Let's turn attention to security. 34 persons have been confirmed dead by the Yobe state government in the recent attack launched by Boko Haram terrorists in Mafa village. The state government held a mass burial for the official figure of death was announced during a mass burial conducted at Babangida town. TVC News' Michael Ashoma was at the scene of the burial and brings us this report.
Corpses of villagers killed by Boko Haram terrorists were evacuated from Mafa village to Babangida, the headquarters of Tarmuwa local government areas. It was a dark day in Yobe State as the state government and residents of Babangida and Mafa towns gathered to witness the mass burial occasioned by Boko Haram fighters on Sunday. Corpses of villagers killed by Boko Haram terrorists were evacuated from Mafa village to Babangida, the headquarters of Tarmuwa local government areas. It was a dark day in Yobe State as the state government and residents of Babangida and Mafa towns gathered to witness the mass burial occasioned by Boko Haram fighters on Sunday. The event is conducted by the Yobe State government in Babangida town of Tarmuwa local government area. Prayers are offered here at the Emir of Jajiri's palace for the repose of the soul of the deceased before conveying them to the cemetery. Speaking with newsmen after the prayers, the deputy governor describes the incident as tragic.
Attend the funeral prayers of our people from Mafa village who were massacred by the Boko Haram the day before yesterday. And we have prayed for 34 souls, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant them into Al-Jannah Firdaus.
However, in a separate interview with Mafa residents and relatives of the deceased, some of them confirmed that the number of deaths is above 34 as officially displayed.
Akalla zai kai mutum 125 wanda aka yi rashin nan. Mun yi jana'iza a nan garin mutum 34. Kuma akwai wasu garuruka akwai wanda suka zo suka ɗebi mutanen su suka je suka yi jana'iza akalla da zai kai shi ma 40 da wani abu.
Any other information you have is rumor, because nobody has gone to Mafa. It is the Nigerian army that went yesterday and they brought these bodies. So anything you hear is in the realm of hearsay. People are just concocting stories and giving wrong figures.
Meanwhile, in a recent statement released by ISWAP, the insurgent group claimed responsibility for the killings. At the moment, Mafa village remains a shadow of itself as houses are completely razed down by the terrorists. Residents of Mafa are presently seeking refuge with their host community in Babangida. Michael Ashoma, TVC News, Yobe State.
Special advisor to the governor of Yobe State on security matters, Brigadier General Dahiru Abdulsalam, retired, is standing by for more updates on this. Thank you for joining us, and let me begin by commiserating with you and the entire people of Yobe State on this unfortunate incident. What could be responsible for this resurgence of Boko Haram attacks?
Thank you very much. Mafa is a town at the boundary with Borno State. So what we are seeing is incursion from across the border areas into Yobe State. And from the information we gathered and what was made available to us, because the ISWAP left some documents, they claimed that some of their fighters that came to do one business or the other were killed by security forces. And they blamed the locals for aiding and abetting the security forces, and therefore decided to carry out a reprisal attack.
All right. And as it stands now, what is the synergy, what is the plan in place to make Yobe secure and help the people to live, without fear?
Well, first and foremost, His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Yobe State, Honorable Malabuni, is meeting with the Chief of Defense Staff to look at ways to prevent these incursions and enhance security in Yobe State. The state government is collaborating and cooperating with all the security agencies in the state to ensure that there's enhanced security to protect lives and property of the citizens of the state.
All right, and help us clarify, what's the exact figure of the number of people killed in that attack? We've heard about 34, but locals say it's more than 100. What is the actual figure?
Well, those locals that were interviewed, if you ask any of them, whether they went to Mafa or any of the surrounding villages, none of them will answer in the affirmative. All they have said was based on hearsay or what they think was the casualty figure. The military went to Mafa and brought 34 dead bodies, which were buried today at Babangida.
All right, then. And what is the state government doing? Because now people are displaced and they're just trying to take shelter elsewhere. What are you doing to restore hope to them?
Oh, thank you very much. The state government, first and foremost, has tasked Yobe State Emergency Management Agency to carry out a need assessment of all those people displaced, because most of them are in Babangida, the headquarters of the local government. And then the security forces, especially the military, will carry out a demining exercise, because the insurgents mined some of the areas and some of the IEDs were detonated yesterday. So the area will be demined, and then there will be provision of security in the area before the inhabitants are resettled in their community. Government will also liaise with telecommunication service providers to ensure that we have telecommunication network for easy passage of information on any suspicious movement of insurgents around the area. Government will also provide essential services, rehabilitate shelter, and restore livelihood support so that the people get back on their feet.
Special Advisor to Yobe State Governor on Security Matters, retired Brigadier General Dahiru Abdulsalam, thank you for talking to us on TVC News at 10.
It's a pleasure.